Hi, everybody. This is Kay. Today I'm going to talk about why I am not going complete raw. I've been researching a lot, read some studies, and heard a lot of raw foodists um, going off the 100% raw diet. And, I was in a competition with all these raw foodists that were 100%, and I'm not sure if they're 100%. Although, there are a few that they look fantastic and you know for sure that they know what they're talking about. I heard a study by Stanley Bass. He did some experiments on mice. He put them on a raw fruit diet. Um, I don't know how long, but they were on a raw fruit diet for a while. And then, you know what they did? They were so hungry, they were so deprived of nutrients that they started eating each other's brains. That's pretty scary. And there was another study um, of three studies on mice. One was they dissected mice that had been on a sad American diet. And when they dissected these mice, they had diseases, and of course you could guess what they looked like on a standard American diet. So they had diseases, they were sick, and they were degenerating. They were about 80 years old, equivalent to human beings. And then they had another group of mice that were on a raw food diet, and they didn't even have to dissect these, and I think they did though. They were, perfectly fine, 80 years old. And then another group, the third group, was that they were fed the standard American diet to the human age about 40. And then they put them in a water fast and then gave them raw foods. And then they dissected them at their 80 years age, and they were just as healthy as the mice that were on the raw food diet all their lives. I think that's pretty amazing. So I just wanted to let everybody know it's never too late, because I felt like I started really late eating raw foods. I mean, I'm Korean, so I grew up on, partially raw foods or marinated foods. So I'm actually really lucky. I think at this age, I'm 45, I think if I wasn't eating Korean food, or had not been, I would be pretty unhealthy. And I feel like being consciously, you know, on raw foods, which was, I would say, just a few weeks ago, but before I was researching and eating salads and a little bit of fruit and drinking juices once in a while, but I wasn't really, fully conscious of the effects and my goals and um, why I was doing it. Now I know why I'm doing it. Of course, I want to be living my absolute healthiest life right now. Number two, I wasn't feeling well, I wasn't 100%. I was tired all the time, and I was binging on really heavy German foods. I live in Germany, and I was binging even on healthy foods, that's better than junk foods. And I was eating, like I'd eat salads with like, store-bought dressings, a little things like that. I wasn't really conscious of what I was putting in my body. But now I'm about 70 to 80% on a good day. Sometimes I'm about 60, and I'm okay with that. But I decided today that I'm going to be 80%. Okay, I eat pulse, I eat quinoa, I eat beans, not much though. I've been mostly on avocados, lots of salads, lots of different kinds of vegetables like dandelion, rucola, greens, red salads, and lots of fruit. Actually, I started eating lots of mandarins and mangoes. These are fruits with high sugar content, fructose sugar content that gives you sort of instant energy. And I noticed that after eating lots of these, like they sort of stop working. So you need to have a variety of food in your diet. What I could recommend to people who are struggling with, getting raw foods into their diets is, you know, look for fruits that you love. Sometimes your body craves it, and I think people ignore those cravings. I didn't. I mean, when I was eating about 7 to 8 mandarins for breakfast, with 2 or 3 glasses of lemon water, and then maybe some dates for snacks after that. According to some raw foodists, I was not eating enough, and I think that could be true. On a fruit and vegetable diet, you really, you go to the bathroom more often, and you're using a lot of energy. Also, it's clean energy because you're eating clean foods, but you do have to eat more. And I think I'm still making that mistake that I'm not eating enough, although I'm eating more than ever. Today I had 3 huge, delicious, ripe mangoes for breakfast. And, researching some raw food is that's not even a food. Um, Christina, like the girl who does like fully raw, she eats like huge plate of fruits. I can't do that. I mean, my body isn't big enough. Although she's also tiny and beautiful. But I'm working myself up to that. What I'm happy about is that I've incorporated so much fruit, some vegetables, avocados, pineapples and fresh juices. So I'm good. In the beginning of the video, I said that I was sort of in competition. I had a goal that wasn't realistic. There were some people on YouTube or on the bookshelves that are 100% raw, and I was like, oh, I need to get there. And then I lost sight of why I was on the raw food diet. I'm on it to be healthy and, you know, to treat my body as a temple. And it's paying me back. Paying attention and being respectful of what I eat and how I eat is paying me back. I mean, I sleep better, I look better, I have more energy. Although my body is going through sort of a detox phase, and I'm okay with it. It's mostly sometimes I get tired, I just need to sit down. And I think my body's just telling me, hey, your body is processing a lot of information, a lot of different foods. Your body needs a little bit of rest, and your mind needs a little bit of rest. And I take that advice. And I take a nap almost every day, maybe lie down for 30 minutes. And just close my eyes. I don't have to sleep. And my body just thanks me just by, you know, just for just taking the time out consciously to take care of myself and to listen to my inner voice saying that, hey, you need to take some time out for yourself. So I did that. So if there are people out there who are struggling with, wanting to be 100% raw, or if you think you're doing something wrong, if you're not 100% raw, you're perfectly fine where you are. Don't compete with other people. Just listen, have some quiet time by yourself and say, well, how fast do I want to go on this journey? And what do I want? And don't do things not knowing all the information. Look at other videos, look at some books, read some studies, and then decide for yourself if this is for you. But absolutely, hands down, you have to know that you're doing a good thing just even by being curious or researching raw foods. This is an amazing, amazing journey. And I think you have your own stories, which, I've seen on YouTube. So anyway, share your stories if you want. And I will make another video the next few days. I just got back from London. I found some raw food restaurants there. I did a raw food retreat and yoga, which I will be downloading soon. So take care and see you soon.